Make 2026 your year. Now, you might be wondering, what do you really mean by make 2026 your year? People always say this every single year, but it's 2:37 January 1st right now, and off the wake up, I'm feeling damn. It's a new year. Let me become a new person this year, just like every other year, and that's something that everyone should really do going into the new year. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a senior in high school, and I really came to be who I am today over this past couple of months. I'd say it started in like August. I started to really lock in. And I got into day trading through a friend of mine named Tanner. Tanner, if you're watching this video, I appreciate you. He introduced me to this video from Huier, and he told me watch the first 45 minutes and take notes. Okay, I watched the first 45 minutes of that, went on to Paper Trader, saw a video on my Instagram how to open a paper trading account. I opened a paper trading account, and I just started paper trading, and all of my trades were hitting. Beginner luck in trading, we all know how that gets. But I really fell in love with it within the first week or two, and after the first week I started to see the TJR bootcamp, and I'm like, damn, I should really watch this. So I started watching TJR bootcamp, and this is when I really started to get addicted. Like I would wake up. I don't go to school till 12 because I'm a senior. I would wake up, watch like 3 videos. In the shower, I'm watching TJR, like after school, before school, which whenever I have the chance. So I finished the bootcamp in 8 days. And what really pushed me towards like the hunger to really want to learn the skill of day trading, it started off as me just wanting to learn a new habit, like a new hobby. It started off as me wanting to learn a new hobby, like how someone would want to learn the piano, or how someone would fucking want to learn how to play tennis or some shit. Just some cool ass shit not a lot of people, are able to do. And I just grinded, bro. I grinded every single day. And I remember back during the summer, I was outside every day, partying with everybody, doing what kids do or whatever. But I always had that thought in the back of my head, and I've had this my whole life. How are we going to do it, Tristan? Like, how are we going to get rich? How are we going to do all this stuff that you think about? Like, I constantly have thoughts and dreams of a bright ass future, just doing whatever I want, having whatever I want financially and, physically, be healthy, all type of shit. So I'm outside every day, right? And I'm constantly thinking like, damn, like I might be throwing my life away. Like I should be locking in right now. And, after a full summer of partying and doing whatever I wanted, August came around, and I just sat down with myself, bro. I'm like, I have all this free time. Let me go learn a skill. So that's what I wanted to do. And that's what I continued to do. And day in and day out, I showed up every single day, traded every single day, because I believe that the key to success is showing up every day. And that's how the people that have the crazy things you see have the things you see, because when they showed up on the days no one else did, they were given that extra push. They were granted, the extra 5 steps instead of the one that they put in every day. And I just grinded, bro. And so for 2026, what I'm trying to tell y'all is take initiative, bro. You only have one life, and you never know when it's going to end. Back in August, early August, my grandma passed away. My grandma Cynthia, RP, beautiful soul. This is like at first when I started day trading, or no. I started day trading in September 14th. That's when I started day trading. But August was when the mindset changed. So September 14th, I started grinding. She passed away August, I think it was 8th, August 8th or 14th. And no, it was August 8th. And so when my grandma passed away, I realized, bro, like, you never know what's going to happen, and I also don't believe in coincidences. Like when people pass away, like it has to be their time, because some people die at 20, some people die at 80, whatever. Like, and like, why didn't the things that happened to them when they passed away happen to them whenever else in their life or later in their life? So you have to live life. Like you have to take advantage of like what you have. We're on the planet for a reason, bro. And I just thought about this downstairs when I was talking to my mom and my sister. They were watching Animal Planet, bro. And I'm looking at these animals and I'm like, they gotta live to survive every day. We're humans, we're animals too, but we were given a better opportunity than animals. Try not to live your life based on surviving. Try to go towards your dreams and your aspirations and do the stuff that makes you happy, because that's really what, self-actualization is, like heaven on earth. Like that's what humans are supposed to try and, gain, self-actualization. But, yeah, so I remember when my grandma passed away, and I played basketball for my whole high school career. I played football for 9 years, but I stopped my freshman year. And I remember when my grandma passed away, started day trading, and then I was thinking about stop playing basketball. I really stopped enjoying basketball when I started to learn that there was other things in life that I should be chasing. And I was working with my dad one day. My dad has a food truck, and I was like, you know, I've been thinking about not playing basketball, and usually my dad's really on that with basketball. Like, he always tells me, like, you need to be doing this, and like, you should do this, or because like, very basketball lenient. But he was on my side this time, so I really like was listening to what he was saying because he was thinking differently. But he's also a really hustle type of nigga, like savvy guy, money, whatever. So of course he's gonna like the idea of me stop playing basketball for day trading, whatever. He was supporting the idea, okay, which is good. Anyways, so I go home. I send my mom down. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about quitting basketball. And the conversation took like a Jurassic turn. Like, she started to get angrier with me, and I started to get angry back because she wasn't understanding me. And I was saying, like, I came across this new skill. Like, I'm learning very fast. Like, I'm very good at it, and I just want to go full port this, like, whatever. And she was like she said, you need to be in a club or something. Like, she really was just like, and it was apparent that, you know, her son is senior in high school, and, you know, she wants to see her kid, you know, be a kid. But, you know, I'm out of that mindset, and that's what I was really trying to tell her. Anyways, I go upstairs, we argue, conversation breaks up. I go upstairs, I start playing a game, and then she left or some shit. And I'm listening to music. I'm listening to Rod Wave. Y'all niggas be hating on Rod Wave, folk. Rod Wave, decent folk. I don't know why y'all be hating, bro. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm just thinking about how my grandma passed away and how life is short, bro, and you never know when you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. And I'm like, what do I really want to do with my life? Like, what's my purpose? And right in that moment, I decided that my purpose was to give back to everybody who helped me become the person I am today. Like, my family, friends, everything. And I just started crying, bro. I just started tearing up. I sat down right here on the floor, and I started looking at the wall. And I was just looking at everything, and I was thinking about my mom and just all the shit that they did for me. Like, my grandpa, my grandma, my aunts, my uncles, just everybody, bro. And I realized that my purpose in life is to give back and return everything and make their lives just wonderful, you know what I'm saying? So I'm bawling my eyes out, little nigga crying and shit, looking at the wall. I'm looking at like damn, like, my mom put me in a house. She's always taking care of me, like a single mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get this from my mom. I gotta get this from my grandma. Like, all of them, they've done so much for me, right? So I'm like, all right, I gotta call my mom. I gotta tell her this shit. I call my mom, I'm bawling my eyes, bro. And I'm trying to stay strong while I'm calling her, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know where she was, bro. I think she was downtown, like, looking at the river or some shit. And I'm just bawling my eyes out. I'm trying to get my words out, like, you know how it is when you crying and shit, folks. And I'm like, I learned this new skill, and I really wanted to be able to change everyone's lives and this and that. And it was just a mutual conversation, bro. We were both bawling our eyes out, back and forth, back and forth. And then she ended up saying, I'll support whatever you do, whatever happens, whatever, right? A week goes by. You know, the thought is not as strong as it was the week before, but we have a summer league game in our basketball, whatever. And I got ejected in a fucking summer league scrimmage. And so allegedly, if you get ejected in those games, you cannot play in the varsity games the next week. That's what my coach didn't say shit to me all week, bro. So, and he, you know, whatever that shit was. Anyways, bro. So he texts me, I'm out, and he texts me, and he says, you're not allowed to play in the varsity games due to what happened last week, rules, whatever. And then he sent to our basketball group chat the rosters, like he always does. And I seen my name next. He said, put my name. I'm a senior, by the way. My shit's on the JV roster. I'm reading this shit, and I'm like how I'm not an ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can hoop, all type of shit. I'm looking at this, bro. I'm already thinking about quitting basketball. I'm looking at this Tristan Gentry Johnson right next to JV. I'm looking at everyone. Like, I'm not about to wake up tomorrow and go out of my way to go to this gym that who's at and then play for a team in my hometown. Like I'm just looking at this shit like, bro, life is way bigger than this shit. I'm here looking at this message, stressing out about this shit. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So I texted him, I don't enjoy basketball anymore. I'm not going to play this year. He didn't say shit. You know, it is what it is. I started grinding every day, started reading more, started bettering my trading knowledge, market experiences, trying to get as much losses as possible, like addicted to losses. And I really started to get good, bro. And so the eval came around. I started trading evals. I remember I made $1,200 my first day on the eval. I started going crazy. I was young. My mom was happy. I was young. My mom, all type of shit. And then it was like a Friday, and then the weekend went by. Monday opens up. I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna trade if I don't see anything good today. Didn't see anything good. I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna start scrolling. Niggas are trading gold or whatever. I'm like, let me look at gold real quick. Blew my fucking account. Worst feeling I've ever had in my life. I told myself right there, I never want to experience this type of pain ever again. So we waited another week, got another eval, tried to full port FOMC, blew the fucking account, bro. Now I'm really locked in, bro. Like now I'm really locked in. Like I wrote down, I had a sticky note on my computer, all of the shit I can't do, okay? And then this is now also, I paper traded for like a week or two more because I really had to lock in, bro. And I told myself if I was a profitable paper trader for like another week or two, then I will buy another eval. I was really profitable for 1 to 2 weeks. I was being really robotic with my trading, and I had my strategy down. And I'm gonna make a video maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow about my 5-minute breakout strategy. But I had my strategy down, and I'm like, all right, bet, let's get this eval. So I get this eval. I passed my first eval. It took me 5 days, and I was 2 months into trading. And then I remember I seen the certificate shit on Top Step and everything, bro. And I sent it to my family group chat. Everybody was telling me they're proud of me, bro. Top-notch feeling, bro. Top-notch feeling. To do some shit that not everybody can do. And this is why I'm saying make 2026 your year. Do you know how good it feels, like, in my brain, knowing that I can do stuff that other people can't? Knowing that you have the edge over people in a subject that's just insane, bro. And people love to call me cocky. People love to tell me, oh, Tristan, you're always right. Well, why wouldn't you think that? Why wouldn't you believe you're always right? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you be so confident in yourself that you carry yourself that way? And, you know, that's really what I legit love to preach to people, bro. But, so, okay, we passed the account. The first, like, 2.5 weeks, bro, going through hell. I would win a trade for 1,000, lose, and then I just go back to break even, bro. I was break even for, like, 2.5 weeks on my first funded account, okay? Now we're, like, 2 months and, like, 14 days in. Boom. I see the night before, right? I'm scrolling through, and I see this guy. His name's Tanner. We follow each other on TikTok and Instagram. He makes videos. But, or Tanner, no, Turner. His name's Turner. But, he was trading the 30-second time frame. And so I went on Top Step. I'm looking at 30-second. I'm like, oh, this moves really aggressively. I like that, though. I like how it moves. And so the next day I go in, I'm trading the 30-second time frame, and I banged I banged a short for 800 and then a long for 800. I remember I called all my friends that supported me during, like, my beginning journey. My best friend Carson, bro, day one. I remember after I blew both my evals, bro, he called me after my second one. And he was like, I know you, bro. You're always stressing about stuff. I know you're always in your head and stuff. Just calm down, bro, and it'll all be all right. I remember he called me and said that. My friend D, bro, never forget. I remember he paid for my second eval. Blew that shit. And he told me I wasn't going to have to pay him back. I still paid him back because, you know, you should always repay your debts. But, you know, and it really is important to keep close people around you. Landon, my nigga Landon, and my nigga Zane too. At the first when I started day trading, bro, I used to go to Starbucks, and I was learning my friend Zane. And then Landon, my nigga Landon, Landon, used to go to his house in the morning, back test in the morning, then trade, all type of shit. D used to want to trade, but now he wants to be a tattoo artist. Hey, you're gonna do that shit, bro. Trust. But, hey, man, got my first payout, 2 months into trading. You know, I'm looking up ChatGPT, how much people get their first payout whenever, you know what I'm saying? Top 3%, telling everybody I'm top 3% in the world. You know, just great feeling, bro. And I wouldn't have been able to experience those feelings if I didn't take initiative. If I didn't choose to get the fuck up and stop living a bullshit life that wasn't getting me anywhere. I chose to grow up in the moment. I attacked fear, and I took the risks that I needed to take. I used to have long curly hair, used to love what people think, bro. Cut that shit the fuck off and lock the fuck in. You know, do what the fuck you need to do to become a man, and, you know, do the shit that you need to fucking do. Stop being a little bitch. And that's really what this video is about, bro. Go into 2026 with a hungry ass mindset. Believe no one can fuck with you. Build your craft, build your knowledge. Hey, knowledge is power, bro. That's one thing no one can take away from you is knowledge. That's why I feel so strong when I wake up and I go enter a room. You know, I'm already confident. Like I said, people say I'm over. Yeah, because knowledge is power. I feel powerful. I'm very smart. I'm a smart young man. You know, again, going to 2026 with a chip on your fucking shoulder. 2025 is over, bro. January 1st starts today. You're a new person today. Okay? Now, thank you guys for watching this video. First YouTube video, you know, for you guys. One of many. If you took notes, revise on them, type shit. If you fucked with the video, comment down below and make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.